Well, no fancy editing, no fancy stuff at all, actually. This is a bit of a test trial video, and let's see how it goes. Hopefully everything goes well and you're a-okay. So, you join me today in the P50, the fantastic Italiano tank. Yes. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about Italian tanks. Also, I mean, the elephant in the room, about my computer. Yes, my computer has died. Kind of. Touch wood. Fingers crossed. I'm finding wood now, somewhere on my bed. There we go, we're touching wood. That sounded dirtier than it should have. Oh well. So anyway, yes, my computer has decided it's going to have some issues with the hard drive. Yes, my main hard drive with my operating system on has decided to go a little bit strange and peak out 100% for no reason and pretty much crash the system. So I'm probably going to have to get a new hard drive very shortly, and also swap the operating system over and all of that guffins. However, while everything seems to be working, I thought I would do a quick video and update everybody, let them know what's happening and all that stuff. And I fancied a quick game of War Thunder as well because, well, it's been a while, and unfortunately it's buggered up my daily login bonus. I know. Terrible, isn't it? Everybody shed a tear. The golden wager battle reward box thingos, they're going to be reset. Yes. No longer a 700-day streak, it will go back to 1. Oh well. Bugger. So anyway, we're in the P40 Italiano Limoncelli. Yes, I said that right. And out in the snow, just for a bit of fun really. I just fancied a game. So this is my first game back, by the way. And also, you know, I needed something to do. So it gave me something to do quickly. But what you're probably asking is, Scree, where are your Italian tanks? Why haven't they released the Italian tank tech tree yet? Where is our Italian tank tech tree? Where are Japanese ships? Where rabble? Well, to answer your questions, which I have no insider knowledge for whatsoever, but I do look around and to check things, and there's a chaffee just sitting there. Let's go and get a shot on that chaffee with our fantastic shell, which penetrates its turret, blows up the crew. Unfortunately, it doesn't take out all of the crew. And then the second follow-up shot just does nothing inside the tank other than turn 2 of the crew members yellow and orange. Of course, because this is my luck. But yeah, Italian tanks and Japanese boats will be coming, and I can say that with some sort of honesty, and some sincerity, and sort of some confidence. I reckon we will be looking at Italian tanks for Christmas, and Japanese ships as well, possibly for around Christmas / New Year's. There's always been a big announcement for like new nations and all of this governance around this time of year, and new tech trees and all that lot. There is that chance of the international tech tree coming, like the fabled international tech tree, or the fabled weird other nations tech tree, possibly Sweden coming out, or the Scandinavian countries. So there's some interesting options coming. But until then, we just have to sort of carry on and see how we go. But Italian tanks, we should be seeing soon. I feel it in my waters. I feel like we're going to get them. Also, the fact that they have announced that if you do own the Italian premium tanks, the Limoncelli and the whatever the Persian is called, whatever, Ariati. Anyway, M3 leader, absolutely no chance of penetrating our fantastic frontal armor, which does actually kind of like a leopard. This is like a baby leopard this time. It's very cool. Unfortunately, that chaffee has gotten behind us, and my the Panzer that was sitting back there has died as well, so we're going to die very shortly. I've got to smoke just in case it's going to save me. It does not save me at all. Anyway, Italian tanks, yes, they will be coming soon, I reckon. And with that announcement, I think it basically states that, yes, if you've got the... we're killed, by the way. We are killed. But don't worry, this replay does get better. We do have things that happen more interestingly after this. things get more interesting. Hear my computer starting to spin up a little bit. I'm starting to panic now. To worry a little bit. Well, it's not the right spot as well. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work on the computer of late. I have got a new tower and motherboard as well, which will allow me to actually have a couple of extra hard drives and lots of things that are exciting and stuff like that soon, but I just need to get a power supply unit to actually fit it, and then I can fit my computer. All that interesting computer gubbins and numps and some stuff. Anyway, back to the game and back to stuff. So yeah, Italian tanks will be coming soon. I think we're probably going to actually see Italian tanks and ships mentioned at the same time. GPU is just throwing a little bit of a hissy fit at the moment, so hopefully that's okay. Yeah, so I do expect us to see Italian ships and tanks at the same time. So that could be an interesting option and an interesting thing to happen, because the Italian ships, we know what the Soldate class destroyer, for instance, and the Italians have got a great torpedo boat range. They've got some fantastic motor torpedo boats and patrol boats. They've got some great little ones around in their naval forces, and they put them to great use in the Mediterranean, of course, with those lots of little islands and stuff like that. They needed them a lot more. And the Italians also have some great cruisers, some great battleships, and some great destroyers as well. Their destroyers were basically built to counteract the French commentate class destroyers. So they're going to be quite cool, and it would be nice to have them set up as well as the French set up as the French as well. But I think they're going to want to do the Japanese probably before the Italian ships, just because it's going to set a huge amount of anger off in the community if Japanese ships don't come soon, because everybody wants them. Much like Italian tanks, even though I don't really understand that thing, because the Italians had some absolutely terrible tanks. But some of the modern tanks are actually quite good. But Italian tanks around World War II were not great. Italy was not in a great place financially at that stage. They were struggling a lot. They had famine, they were in a real recession, they really had problems, and that's why they couldn't mount as much of a war effort, so to say. Now, they did have some very good ships, and they did have some very good ground troops, and they had some very good artillery pieces, and they did have a few good planes, but they didn't have the materials needed to make them, all of that stuff. And that goes into tanks as well, because in tanks they didn't really have much to play with. They didn't have much steel to play with. The oil resources were going off to Germany, so they were relying more on German hand-me-downs than they were on making their own stuff. It's not to say they didn't have stuff and didn't design stuff though, so that's going to be the big question, is if we allow more paper tanks to come in, or tanks that had very small mock-ups, tanks that weren't very well made. So we've got an M4A1 up there, actually the same guy that killed me before. Hello buddy, now you're a Sherman. Let's have some fun. So we go straight for the turret of that Sherman, no problem at all. And we're just going to go in for the side shot, go through the top of the cheek there, and straight through. That Sherman is done for. Leoncelli does its job. So, yeah, Italian tanks, they're not mega. The Leoncelli, the P40 was pretty much the top tank they had during the war period. And I'm not knocking Italy at all, but when you look at the Leoncelli compared to the other tank of this sort of tier, of this, of this year and of this model and stuff like that, it's pretty much the only tank you see with rivets still. And that says a lot about the Italian tanks and their tech tree. It's a bit like the Japanese, they were a little bit hampered, but they did come up with some interesting and cool designs to counteract this. For the Japanese Navy, however, there are tons of options. just going back to Italian, sort of not Italian, Japanese ships. There are so many options for Japan to come in. It's going to be fantastic, and there are some really cool ships they can add. The Japanese had some very interesting destroyers and cruisers, and they did have some great torpedoes. Torpedoes were their real bread and butter. They really made strides with torpedoes, and that could be an interesting aspect to naval warfare. But yeah, no, it's just when we see it, and of course we have to remember that, you know, we are in closed beta at the moment. Well, not closed, we're in open beta. Sorry, open beta. So, you know, it's going to be a while, and they're going to probably give it a couple of months with the British out there to make money out of the British ships, to get people to buy into the access beta there. And then as soon as the Japanese ships are released, it's going to be a couple of months before we see them back on the before we see them out of open beta. And they're just making it, basically they're stringing it out, making it longer so they can make more money. We're not going to see them releasing nations in duel with each other where you can, like, buy one and get access to both. It's going to be this thing of, you have to buy to get into them, you have to buy to play them, pay to play, because Gaijin are a big corporation and they need to make money at the end of the day. So that's what they're doing with this open beta and the way they're releasing vehicles. Oh, M16 there. Yeah, the same guy that killed me before as well. Oh, I feel like I've been bullying this guy now. Of course, we are firing shells at this guy, and we just go straight through and just kill his commander, not his driver somehow. But luckily we finally get the knockout shot there. It's sometimes the physics in this game just makes me laugh. What was I going? What was I saying? What tangent was I on? Anyway, yes. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see things released sort of in double things for a while. Or there's going to be like, finally, ships are out of open, they're in full form, you know, but then you'll have like the French and say the Italians without ships yet, and they will go through their own little closed beta to make sure they're all balanced and all this stuff. When they know that it's balanced, they know what was fixed, they know what's broken, you know, it's just basically a way to make money. As for me and videos, well, I'm probably going to be making a few videos over this next week or so. So I do apologise about that. I would like to make some more decent videos, but unfortunately, with my computer basically being a time bomb at the moment, and every moment I glance over to my task manager and see the percentage of everything, I'm starting to freak out, feeling like I'm going to, you know, have my computer explode between my legs and, you know, cause me a great deal of damage down there. I'll have to wait until that's pretty much fixed before I do anything, because, well, I don't really want to be trying to do stuff and have my rig completely failing. Now, interestingly enough, in this battle, there are so many planes around at the moment, we can't do bugger all. You might just wonder why I'm sitting here. It's because the enemy has a metric fuck ton of planes in the air, and getting anywhere near close to A is basically a death sentence, because you're going to get blown up by a ton of different planes. Anyway, it decided it's time to move, and there is a KV-1 there, Tavarish. And KV-1 is something I can't penetrate with my standard shells, so I have to switch to the heat. Now, the heat ammunition on this vehicle it's not great, but it has got some decent penetration. I say, yeah, 100 millimeters, you know, so basically the only area I'm going to be able to penetrate is when we get that shot again. Come on. The only area I can penetrate is this side section here, and luckily I penetrated that first time, took out his loader and his commander. So now I'm trying to aim again, and keep missing, but now I'm going to try and aim for the barrel, and take out the barrel of his tank, and if I can do that, then I can push up and basically push my, well, make my advance on him, and hopefully take him out. So go for a shot, and there we go. We've taken out his breach, so it's time to move. Luckily somebody is going to kill that, hopefully that T-126 up there, whatever the hell. The hell is a T-126? Hold on. Doopy doopy doo. Oh, that's right. It's a little tiny light tank. There we go. Okay, well, sorry, my brain went completely dead there for a second. I could not remember what the hell that was. It's been that long since I played last. So anyway, gonna push up the advance. He's taking some machine gun shots at me because he knows an ally's close by, obviously. The Warbly Wind takes out the T-126. I fire through, take out his gunner, so now his gunner's out. And there's the T-126. And you take a shot at that and do nothing to it because, you know, heat shell into the tracks does nothing. Which gives this guy precious time, but it's okay, we've still got time. Go for the gunner again and knock out his crew. We've taken out a KV-1. We've done well. Drop some smoke. And there is an M5A1 coming in. Now we'll drop some smoke here basically just to give us a little bit of time to cap the area, because nobody's been able to cap really because there's been so many planes around. So looking around for things, I see a shell fly out over here and it immediately draws my attention to this guy, and we see a Crusader. Take the shot, take him out nice and easily, and then we realise there's something behind us. Or do we? No, we forget about that and keep moving on because we're complete derbs. So we're currently sitting on 5 kills, and that's not bad in this thing. This tank is not great. And I'm not saying this as somebody's saying bad things about Italian tanks, because it's not bad, but it's not great. That's the problem. So we hit the top of that tank and penetrate it, only damaging the cannon breech, of course, because, you know, humans are not as tough as... Oh, sorry, cannon breech is not as tough as metal. Obviously, it's human flesh, sorry. If only tanks were made out of human flesh, they would be much stronger. So anyway, we're going to park ourselves up here, and hopefully let people drive past us. This is the best way to play this tank, in all honesty, is you want to play kind of passively. Don't push up too far. You can use your front armour to a little bit of an advantage, but you are going to get penetrated. You've just got to be really careful in this vehicle. If you play it slightly sneaky, you can actually have some very good games, which is really nice. It's nice having good games. There's a Warbly Wind over there, so the Warble's on A, so that's good to know. Looking out for planes, and you can see some things being fired over there, so sort of keeping an eye out to the left there, just in case something's coming down this hill. So I'm kind of expecting somebody to come out in front of me there. So we fire off a salvo of artillery rounds. Yeah, so I'm going to be getting a new hard drive soon, and then swapping my operating system to that. Probably going to go for an SSD, which should be nice. Mainly for me, because it's going to make my games a little bit smoother. And also my editing software a bit smoother as well, which would be lovely. Because sometimes it is a pain to video edit. But so when I do get that, it should make everything a little bit better, which will be nice. I'm looking forward to actually having a slightly better system. But until then, the videos are not going to come out in great frequency. I might do another World of Warships Blitz. Don't know. See how I feel, really. If I get too bored of not making videos, I'll not do that. But really, I'm not going to look at anything until I'm sort of ready to set up. So it's going to be a bit of a gap, because I can't really rely on my computer to not die on me at the moment. So, oh, hello. T50 there. That's a nice easy kill. We will take that. 7 kills. So yeah, you know, it's just... Until that happens, I won't be doing much of a release schedule, and I won't be promising any videos for the near future. If you do want to help out with the Screezilla charity of making his computer slightly better, there are links below, so you can do so. But yeah, until then I can't really promise much. So just scouting around, keeping an eye on things really, just basically defending A. And oh, hello, there is a Panzer III over there, a T3, the Russian Panzer. So we're going to slew our turret across, very slow hand crank turret, aim the shot. We managed to save one of our comrades as well, which is fantastic. Good shot there. I was quite proud of that one. Keeping an eye on things though, just sort of holding back and keeping an eye on everything, not really not really doing too much at the moment. There's not much we can do. The only thing we can hope for is no heavy tanks coming around the corner. Because if a big old heavy KV-1 tank comes around that corner, we're going to be absolutely screwed. Because, well, there's nothing we can do about it because we have the wrong shell loaded. But we have the right shell loaded for every other tank on this match. But we won't worry about that. So, there's a Zis around. Looks pretty good. A looks pretty clear. This game looks like it could be won at last. It was actually a really long game because nobody was capping. And oh hell, a KV-1 that's seen us. We try for the shot at the side, but it's not going to do much. Go for the reload. Go for the artillery strikes. But we are very much dead. Yes. KV-1 is strong. It is strongest. Unfortunately for us. It is frustrating though when you're playing in these matches. KV-1s are quite OP. So now we are in the Lynx. One of the worst planes in the game and one of the worst planes in real life. It is a beautiful plane though. I will say that. This plane is a beautiful little plane. It is just, it looks gorgeous. It looks like it should be good. It looks like it should be basically a slightly heavier Mosquito. But it is a slightly heavier Mosquito and a slightly underpowered Mosquito and a slightly crappier made Mosquito, and basically everything about it is wrong and all the aerodynamics is wrong. So really, it's not a very good plane. Which is a shame because it does look awesome. It's a great looking plane and I love this plane to death. Look, this plane is beautiful. This plane is beautiful, but it is crap. So, yeah. It's one of those planes you just have to go, yeah, it's a bit crap, but it's kind of awesome as well. So we've got a gas below us and we're starting to chug a little bit there. Computer, please do not crash. I've only got a bit low, a short bit of time to go. You can make it, computer. So we do our swoop down, nothing to see there. We're going to scooch around, see what we can find. Dive back around. Just the way the bombs sit in this thing as well. Just the bomb bay, it's just so pretty. I love this plane so much. So we've got an SPAA down there, a gas truck with a Dushka on. So we start firing our guns. Luckily we take out the gunner. Drop our bombs. Unfortunately though, we can't pull up in time and a tree catches us. But we don't choke. We did manage to take him out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the point where the game is won. So we hop back into our Limoncello. Just as a thing to do, really. But there's no point because it isn't over. So I'm going to end the video here. And somebody else, whoever this is. And I will, you'll all know when I come back. I will let you know when I make a video about it. But I will be around still, I'll still be making content, but just a little bit less, and it will be a bit more scruffy than usual. Which isn't saying much, because my content's pretty scruffy to begin with. So, I will try and get some videos out at some stage. But, until then, this is me, Squeezer. Bye-bye.